What is up, Aries? Welcome to your November 2020 horoscope. Last month we have Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde, so it was a really intense month for the most of you. This energy of Mars retro made you impatient, angry, and could have brought you a lot of discussions, especially with partners. A lot of relationships were challenged the last couple of months. Well, the good news is that after the 13th of this month, we will have Mars direct again. And we'll talk about what that means for you a little bit later. Also, the communication will clear up with Mercury going direct. So get ready to move forward this month. I think there is a lot of potential this for Aries. We're getting ready to leave behind this 2020. I hope you learn all of your lessons that this huge tribulation brought you this year. And I'm not saying that there is not going to be challenges this last months of 2020. What I'm saying is that this 2021 will be a completely different chapter. There has been a lot of movement in your career sector this year. And the good news with that is that whatever you're aiming for in your career sector is getting to the manifestation point. If you've been working and trying to get a new job or working on a new project, you're getting to the point when it's going to be manifested. Now let's go to this month's transits. Starting the month, Mercury will go direct in your first house. These are great news, especially in the communication with your romantic partner and in business partnerships, and also in other type of associations. As I said before, these last months were really intense, especially last month. If you're married or in a long relationship, I'm sure you could feel the intensity of last month's transits. Well, this is going to clear up now. So it's a good time to try to fix things with your partner. If you're having a bad time, I think you could take this time of the year to talk about your relationship and see if you can have a fresh start. We talked about this last month, but I'll say it again in case you missed that. You must be careful and balance your career sector in your love life because this could be the main reason why you're having problems in your marriage or with your partner. This placement could be bringing problems with your business relationships too. In the other hand, Venus squaring Jupiter could make you prone to having an affair or getting back into old habits like gambling, eating a lot of junk food, alcohol, drugs, etc. So you must be careful of that, especially by the middle of the month. Mercury will be moving to Scorpio on November the 10th, and this means that matters related to taxes, loans, inheritances are going to be resolved during this month, or at least they will be on the path of getting resolved. On the other hand, for those of you who are dealing with karmic relationships, soulmates, twin flames, etc., this time there is the possibility of communication between the two of you. Good time for healing and opening up your heart. Just be careful that your partner or your soulmate, as you want to call it, is in your same frequency. The next aspect is the most important of the month, along with the lunar eclipse in Gemini. This is the third time that Jupiter conjuncts Pluto this year and the last one of this cycle. This is the end of an era, literally. And for you, Aries, this is happening in your career sector. What I grasp for this is that there is a bunch of you who are not coming back to whatever you were doing before. And this is going to be a career change for a lot of you. Others maybe are finally in the process of having your own business. And let me tell you, in the next month and starting the next year, you're going to have your business running. I know that the process of losing your job or any other challenges that you had to go through this year were really hard for you, and maybe you're still going through those challenges, but now I think a lot of you know what this had to happen and it's part of your personal growth. Another great news that we have this month is Mars going direct on November the 3rd, so we can say that in the middle of the month everything will start moving again. Also, you're going to have your mojo back. The last months with Mars retro you felt as it was harder to find the passion to keep going, to keep doing the things that you're passionate about. And now it's time to utilize this energy that will be with us till January the 6th, 2021. The mission of Mars in your sign during this period of 6 months was push you to go forward. with your career sector. If you maybe didn't use this energy in the most productive way, I encourage you to take this next 3 months to improve your career sector and get where you want to get. On November the 21st, Venus will be entering a Scorpio, which reinforces this kind of new deep connections that a lot of you could be experiencing during this time. If you have a committed relationship already, this means that you're moving to the next phase. Some of you could be getting married, moving in together. Other ones could be meeting that person that is going to be a huge part of your life for good or for bad. Obviously, when we have this kind of placements on your 8th house, we could be talking about inheritances, some money that is going to be given to you somehow. And with the Venus in Scorpio and Uranus in Taurus, opposition, this could mean unexpected money coming your way. The Sun enters Sagittarius on November the 21st. This brings your attention to the matters related to college, religion, maybe some friends from overseas will communicate with you. You also could be planning a long trip. Learning new languages would be a good activity that you could do during this time. Also with Venus in Scorpio, you could be dealing with people from different cultures, countries, and different religion or belief system. On November 28th, Neptune will be direct. This is a good time for using your intuition, so that way you can receive the messages from the universe, especially with your career sector, or as we talked earlier about that karmic relationship or the new connection that's coming towards you. Neptune can be a little tricky, so it's important to keep grounded at the same time that you connect with the higher realms. I mean, it's important to balance this energy, but this time is also good for meditation and maybe finding a way to do things for the humankind. This is a long transit, so a lot of you have been transformed during this transit, and we'll see in the future what other configuration will Neptune bring. Stay tuned. Okay, the last aspect of the moon is also the most important. Eclipses are really powerful energies. On November 30th, we will have a full moon eclipse in Gemini. This eclipse will bring a lot of attention to your communication sector, so this could be a wonderful time to improve your relationships with your loved ones, especially siblings. Also, there is a possibility that you can have communication with that special person that you haven't talked to in a very long time. There is a lot of activity in your 8th house during this month, so in combination with this eclipse, this tells me that a lot of things are going to happen with people that you're connected in a soul level. This is a positive aspect, so you could receive a text or even a call from them. Maybe you're going to be able to talk and heal those old wounds from the past. There is also a possibility that during this time, a lot of you are going to have for first time that soul connection with someone else. Finally, in your career sector, this eclipse will bring movement. If your work or your business has something to do with writing, lecturing, sales, talking to other people, or working in a collaborative environment, this is a great time for that, and it seems like the universe will take a lot of you in that direction. For the guys who are in college, some of you could start a complete different career. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you liked this video. If that's the case, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to activate all the notifications so that way you don't miss anything. Also, don't forget to check your rising sign, because this combined with your sun sign can help you a lot to understand better how all of these aspects are going to play out in your personal life. Alright, see you later.